So we are looking at the financial reports, and there are really three that we look at for every business, not just contractors, but in general. The three different ones that we're going to look at is your profit and loss, your balance sheet, and your cash flow statement. Now, most companies really live within the profit and loss, and this is where your jobs and your expenses for your cost of goods sold and your labor overhead. This is where most people are living and understanding the mechanics of their business. But there are actually two other reports that come in and are really useful to help evaluate where you are with a business, with your business. And yeah, so the big picture is just really understanding the flow of the cash that you have, what's going in, what's going out, where is it going, where is it held, and just understanding the mechanics of it. And each one kind of ties in together with each other, different line items, and kind of reviewing all three of them can show you the best picture of where you are financially. It helps you plans for jobs, it helps you buy equipment, and it also helps to pay yourself consistently and confidently, knowing that you know where all of your cash is going. It is also a really helpful tool in all of these different financial statements to show to lenders, investors, if you have any partners within your business, that you guys can review these together and look at the different levers in which you can change things, correct things, or if there nothing needs to happen, then you just leave it alone and things are good and you just are understanding where your business is. The first thing that we will talk about is your balance sheet. The balance sheet is going to look at things that you own versus things that you owe. There are three different sections within the balance sheet. This is going to consist of the asset side. So think of things like cash, accounts receivable. So what your customers owe you. Think about any equipment that you have, depreciation that is pulled up against that equipment that you've purchased over the years. Those are the items that you own. And then on the other side, you have the liability side. And this is what companies, or this is what you owe companies. So your vendors, perhaps you owe sales tax to the state, perhaps you owe payroll expenses. So anything like that, that's going to be seen on that side. Or also, if you have equipment, but you have purchased it with a loan, that's going to be on that side as well. And then for what is a true balance sheet, you want your assets to equal your liabilities and equity together. So anything that is kind of within your equity is going to be the running total of your net income and what you have earned over the years. And then it will also, yeah, it will equal the other side, your assets. And balance sheet is really based off of in a set time. So you can take December 31st, and that is the day that you can see all of the balances and what is owed and what is owned exactly on that date, what's in your bank accounts. And if you think about on the other side, like profit and loss, those are a section of time in which you can see overflow of everything. So this is if you um, yeah, so this just kind of shows the snapshot of your business. And then this really also tells how much growth and wealth you are building within your business, but also if you're kind of teetering on the side of having a lot of liabilities and owing a lot of debt to people. The next report that we'll look at is the profit and loss. The profit and loss is going to be, like I had mentioned previously, this is where your income and expenses are and what your overhead is. Most people live here. Most people are very familiar with the profit and loss. And although it is important that you can look at these and understand like what are the drivers of all of your projects, at times it just doesn't show the entirety of the picture, because you may have a profit and your margins are doing really well, but somehow you just aren't keeping cash within the bank, and you just don't understand why you're showing a profit um, on your profit and loss, but you're still just constantly paying Peter, robbing Peter to pay Paul in order to keep the lights on. And that's where ultimately the profit and loss is helpful, but the three financials together is really telling that full story. It can help you create smarter bids, control costs, kind of all the things that we had chatted about. The third one that we'll talk about is the cash flow statement. This one is really unfamiliar to a lot of people, and is one that takes time in order to really understand it. So, but it is a really important tool within your business to understand quite literally where your cash is going. There are three different sections that this contains. So your operating expenses, your finance expenses, and then your investing expenses, or the operating flow of it. And each one is going to kind of review how each section is going in and out of money. It helps to show where your real losses are, where your cash can cover your payroll or your materials and equipment, and if your company is still creating that wealth. This report helps you avoid the feast and famine cycle when you get slammed with bills and you're just struggling. Being able to take this tool and apply it to your profit and loss is going to just really take you to the next level. So, why does this all matter? It's really using the tools like you do for every job. There are certain tools that help you create a better flow for each project and create more profitability within your business. And that's the same thing that we here at All Accounting do for you, and help guide you through when we are looking at all three financials, and not just hovering on one, but looking at all three as a total unit to understand the business mechanisms that are happening. So you have, again, your balance sheet, and that's what you have, what you own, and what you owe to people. You have your profit and loss, which really talks about all of the things that you're earning and your costs involved with that. And then you have the cash flow, which really shows where the money is actually flowing to. Is it operations? Is it your debt, or is it within your investments? And this is why we look at all three different financials to really see the health of your business. And it's not just what's in your bank account, looking at all three together to understand how your business flows. So I hope that this was really helpful for you guys. Please reach out with any questions. I would love to answer any uh, specific ones that you may have. Please also reach out to us, and we are more than happy to review your financials with you and see if we are a good fit to help you within your business, and really help guide you into a direction of feeling confident and in control of your finances. We would love to see you on that profit and cash flow analysis call, and just email us at help@allaccounting.com. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great week.